In the forest area north of Bandung New City, there is a famous tree sawing team called Hua Wadon, led by Duk, a man who looks like a lumberjack and a reluctant musician. The remaining members include STIHL, sawing hands as fast as the wind, but his head is a bit slower. Ba Map, a strong man, just by carrying the saw on his shoulder. The tree is already scared. Utlan, the smallest, but good at arguing. Nicknamed Mouth Saw. Every day, the team goes into the forest to trim dead trees, clean up fallen branches to protect the ecosystem. But they don't know, a giant creature is keeping an eye on them. Early one morning, Crazy Tim discovered footprints as big as a wash basin. Duk. There are dinosaur footprints here. T shouted. Fat Ba said, dinosaur head. Must be a bear. The whole team suddenly shivered. There were rumors of bears in this forest, but no one had seen them. Duk calmly said, it's okay. Saw quickly, cut short. The bear will see that you are considerate, so it won't hit you. The whole team didn't know whether to be reassured or worried. That same afternoon, while Utlan was live streaming sawing a tree, a giant black shadow appeared behind him. Lan, behind you, T-Diane said shakily. Utlan turned around and put down the phone. A bear as big as a refrigerator stood watching, holding a jar of honey. The atmosphere was as tense as a guitar string. The bear looked at the group of people. The group looked at the bear. Ba Map held a chainsaw, T-Diane held a mop. No one knew what it was for. Utlan froze. On Duk spoke up. Hello bear. We just sawed the tree to death. I don't touch the honey in the forest. The bear nodded. Then turned away. As if nothing had happened. That night, the whole team sat around the flashlight and discussed. The bear knows how to nod. It understands us. Crazy Tim excitedly, maybe it's just looking down on us. Fat Ba was serious, maybe it's lonely. Utlan gently, on Duk decided, tomorrow, bring some fruit for it. See how it reacts. The next morning, a tray of fruit was placed at the edge of the forest, with a handwritten sign, "For bears, thank you for not beating people." The bear came, looked, then sat down to eat, nibbled like it was a buffet. After eating, it placed a large piece of honey back, exchanging gifts. Crazy Tim happily said, "From then on, every morning, the Saw team left the fruit, the bear left the honey." The two sides formed a secret alliance. One day, while sawing a rotten old tree, Bob Map slipped. The tree fell in the wrong direction, almost crushing Crazy Tiny. In a flash, a big bear rushed out from somewhere, pushing Tiny away. The tree fell down with a loud bang. Luckily, no one was injured. "Bear saved my life," T said, his eyes filled with tears. From that day on, the bear was officially called the unpaid member of the team. Instead of going it alone, the Saw team and the bear started patrolling together. The bear led the way, the Saw team followed, singing as they worked. The bear did not like the sound of the saw, so the team had to learn to saw by hand, reduce noise for the environment. And for the bear, the new slogan was proposed. One night, a curious bear followed a truck into the center of Binduong. Breaking news: big bear appears in front of supermarket. People did not panic, because the bear was sitting eating ice cream with children. Mr. Duck had to go down to pick it up, leading it and apologizing to the security guard. "It only likes strawberry ice cream, it won't cause any trouble." One day, due to lack of clean water, the sawing team had to wash their things by the stream, where the bear often bathed. The bear found out, turned away and left. He didn't bother to leave the honey. The whole team panicked. The bear is angry. He left the alliance. Crazy Tin gasped. On Duck wrote a letter of apology, left it by the stream with a pot of wild flowers. The next morning, the bear came back. Forgiveness. News of the friendly bear and the eco-sawing team spread. The press came to interview them. The bear didn't like the camera, so the team had to build a bear model. Out of cardboard boxes to answer the press, Crazy Tin put on bear ears and answered realistically, "We support a green lifestyle. I, bear, represent the voice of nature." The Provincial People's Committee held a meeting to discuss forest protection strategies. Mr. Duck said, "Protecting forests is not only about planting trees, but also about understanding the language of bears." The bear was invited to sit in the seat of honor, with biscuits and wet towels. The whole hall laughed when the bear nodded vigorously every time someone mentioned reducing deforestation. From that day on, the sawing team changed their style. The saw was wrapped in a cloth to reduce noise, sawed only dead trees, and always left honey where the bear often passed by. As a form of environmental feed, Crazy Tin even learned to draw to talk to the bear through pictures. Although he didn't understand much, the bear still nodded, seemingly happy. Fatty Ba invented a manual saw with rubber band support, which worked like a mini saw without making noise but vibrated violently. Better to endure the vibration than to be beaten by a bear, he said. One free afternoon, the big bear curiously tried to use the hand saw. After fumbling around for a while and almost cutting its own leg, it turned to look at Duck with the expression, "Show me how." So, in the middle of the jungle, a tree sawing class took place with the big bear as the student. Even though it was holding the saw upside down, it studied very hard. Oot Lan even made a certificate of merit, Most Potential Saw Bear 2025, and stuck it on the tree. learn to saw a tree. Although it was a bit off-key, Duck came up with an idea to form an ecological saw team consisting of humans and bears. New logo, a saw and a honey jar shaking hands. Crazy Tin wanted to tattoo the logo on his bicep, but because it hurt, he got it tattooed on a water bottle. A group of poachers heard about the gentle bear, so they secretly set a trap to catch the bear to sell abroad. That morning, the whole team found a drag mark on the ground and a rope with fur stuck to it. The bear was missing. Ba Map angrily punched the tree. The tree shook slightly, and Oot Lan wrote a letter to report the case and posted it all over the forest. Whoever catches a bear, prepare to be beaten. The saw team followed the trail and found the bear truck stopped at the rest stop. The bear was locked in an iron cage, but still holding a banana tree in its mouth, seemingly not panicking. Ba Map disguised himself as the driver, T Dain pretended to be a forest ranger, and Oot Lan sneaked in and removed the cage door. The bear kicked the door open and clapped his hands twice. Everyone retreated like ninjas. Bin Duong Province established the Bear Nature Conservation Area, Duc Friends. Bears were granted green cards, stick to their ears, and had the right to move freely. Duc was invited to be the interspecies communication ambassador. T Dain received the Bear Rescue Hero badge, picture of a bear and a banana tree. The Forest Festival was held under the theme, Green Saw, Friendly Bear. There were booths for friendly saws, honey selected by bears, and banners, Bear is not scary, Wind of Saw is scary. Bear was invited as a guest of honor, dancing to the song, Bin Duong Moi, causing a storm on the internet with the hashtag #BearDance2025. Heavy rain, flooded forest. The team had to evacuate, but the bear refused to go. Loot Land tied the hammock to the tram, invited the bear to lie down on it. The bear refused. The whole group evacuated with the image of the bear lying on the hammock, the SAW team pushing the cart singing as they pushed. The forest is green again. The sawing team returns, this time planting more trees. Bears are real friends and forest keepers. Duck wrote a book, Bear and I, Sawing is Clean, Bears are Gentle. The sawing team was invited to share at school. The bears just need to clap their hands, the whole hall claps along. They sit together watching the sunset, eating fruit and laughing loudly, for a green light, for big bears, for the quiet sound of sawing in the jungle.